Hello guys, my name is James, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Episode 6 of Umbrella Academy Season 3 jumps back to see Pogo's journey to the Mothers of Anarchy biker club. In this reality, he helped out the Sparrows with their training way back in 2014. With Ben gaining the upper hand over Jayme during a sparring match, the others watch on helplessly and want her to give up. Only, Reginald refuses to allow it, which gives Jayme the edge to stab Ben and win the bout. Pogo disagrees with this tough love stance and as a result, Reginald kicks him to the curb. Before he goes, Pogo hands over a concoction of pills, the same ones we know he uses on Reginald, to Marcus and the Sparrows. In the present, Five speaks to Pogo about their history but he shrugs it aside and eventually bolts. Five doesn't give up though, and after stealing a bike, gives chase all the way to a secluded caravan up in the middle of nowhere. Sitting down with Pogo, Five hands over the flap of skin he cut from his older self, quizzing what the tattoo means. Even though he hasn't actually tattooed it yet, Pogo admits that this seems to be linked to Project Oblivion. According to the chimp, this was a kamikaze mission, which explains the Sparrows and their training. The pills he gave them were used to subdue Reginald and stop this going ahead, but now that Klaus has got him sober, Pogo warns that this means trouble. To keep the timeline in order, he tattoos the mark on Five's chest. Meanwhile, Allison looks after Harlan, who admits that each of the kids have a different frequency. When Allison asks what hers sound like, he simply replies, "Wrong." Victor shows up and decides they should work together in order to transfer those powers Harlan has back to Victor. Meanwhile, Diego and Lila work together to try and find Stan, who has gone missing. Up in the Buffalo room, the pair find a strange room hidden behind the wall. Together, they head inside the murder hole and find themselves on the other side, for some reason. Everything here is different, the buffalo head is the rear end. The snacks are different and the door slams shut. They head downstairs together and eat some sushi in this secluded atrium. It looks the same as the Hotel Obsidian, but everything feels wrong. Whilst there, Lila admits that Stan isn't actually her kid. She borrowed him from her friend Trudy for a week as part of an experiment to see how good of a dad Diego would make. And even worse, Stan is in on it. Annoyed, Diego decides to get some help and hits the bell at the reception. Only, in doing so all the lights shut off. A guttural growl emanates and a monstrous form start chasing them. As a result, Diego loses two of his fingers from a scythe blow. They make it back through and keep the door shut, staving off whatever this monster is as it tries to get through. And Stan's whereabouts? Well, he just happens to be waltzing about the room. As they stand and watch it horror, another shockwave from the Kugelblitz wipes him out completely. At the same time, Luther speaks to Ben over at the Sparrow Academy. He's convinced that the old Ben is somewhere inside him. Interestingly, Ben throws a curveball, that coming from joining the Sparrows. This is Luther's biggest choice and it's playing to his one desire, to be part of a team. Faye senses as much, asking Ben what he's doing in confidence, but he smirks, uttering, "Wouldn't you like to know?" Upstairs, Klaus speaks to Reginald about the White Buffalo suite and his moments in purgatory. Interestingly, up on the wall happens to be a picture of that very white buffalo. As they sit together and talk, it could well spell bad news for this Project Oblivion we've been hearing about. Out in the parking lot, Harlan and Victor both blast their powers, sending a huge shockwave across the general area, knocking Allison down on her backside. As a result, Harlan finally has his powers taken away. Unfortunately, Allison learns just what Harlan has done in the past and serves him up to the Sparrows on a plate, bundling him in the trunk of her car and driving up to the main entrance. Heading inside, Allison scoffs at seeing Luther dressed in a Sparrow outfit.